You only sent 50 cents. My father's voice cracked like a whip in the living room, slicing through the chatter of relatives. Heads turned, forks offered. Midair, I stayed still, palms flat, against my thighs, nails biting my skin. Across from me, my mother's lips curled, not in shame, but in triumph. Sienna, sends 4,000 a month. She said, sweet, like poison. I met my father's eyes. That was me? I said quietly, Mom. Snapped before he could speak. Stop. Stealing her credit. The room buzzed with judgment. I stared at my mother, my heart hammering so hard I felt it in my teeth. No one believed me. I stopped the payments that night, and the next month, everything burned. There was a time my parents were gentle with me. I remember my father's calloused hands guiding mine. Over piano keys, my mother humming while braiding my hair. Back then, I thought love was a currency no one could counterfeit. When I graduated college, I promised myself I'd support them. They never asked. I just started sending money quietly, rent, groceries, repairs, all covered under Sienna's name. She was my younger sister, the golden child. It was easier that way. I told myself I didn't need recognition, but recognition has a smell like fresh rain on concrete. You don't realize you've been starved of it until someone else drinks first. For for years, every spare hour was mine too. So, I woke at 4 a.m. to clean. Offices before my day job. Nights I coded freelance projects until my eyes blurred. Every transfer I made, I labeled under Sienna's name because she looked better to our parents. She had a future to protect, they said. I didn't argue. I thought my silence was love. Turns out it was camouflage. Sienna began bragging about her generosity, designer bags, a new car, her Instagram captions glowing with hashtags about family duty. My parents reposted every story. I started noticing smaller things. Dad calling me, ungrateful for not visiting enough. Mom muttering that I never do anything for them. At first, I laughed it off. The kind of laugh that tastes like pennies. Then Sienna cornered me at a party. They think I'm their savior, she whispered, eyes glittering. Why are you doing this? I asked. Because they believe it, she said and walked away. The living room humiliation was the final crack. 50 cents. They didn't know. The bank account I'd been funneling money from was almost empty. They didn't know I'd skipped meals to keep the illusion alive. That night I sat at my kitchen table under a single bulb, staring at the transfer app. My thumb hovered. My stomach turned. Stop. A small word, but it detonated in me. I stopped the payments. I blocked my mother on the app. I opened a savings account in my own name. Then I waited. It started with phone calls. Bank error. My father muttered on voicemail. Transfer didn't go through. My mother's text grew sharper. Send the money now. Don't embarrass us. I said nothing. Then the creditors came. Their mortgage payment bounced. Utilities shut off. Sienna's car was repossessed because she'd taken out a loan, assuming I'd keep paying. My father's voice on the last voicemail cracked like paper. I don't understand. We thought he didn't finish. I didn't answer. 3 weeks later, Mom organized a family dinner at a rented hall, her birthday celebration. Chandeliers glittered overhead. reflecting off rows of wine glasses. The scent of rosemary chicken filled the air. I arrived late, wearing black. My heels clicked like a metronome. Eyes followed me. At the head table, Mom raised her glass. To Sienna, she said, "Our rock." Sienna smiled, lips trembling. Her makeup couldn't hide the sleepless nights. I walked up, laid a white envelope beside Mom's plate. She frowned. "What's this?" "Proof," I said. She opened it. Bank statements for years of transfers, every payment under. Sienna's name, all for my account. Gasps rippled through the hall. My father leaned forward, scanning the pages, his face draining of color. This, this is you?" "Yes." Mom's voice cracked. "You're lying. You forged these." "I don't need your credit," I said, my voice low, but sharp. "But I won't finance your delusions." I turned to Sienna, in joy, explaining how the hero stopped paying. The silence after that was cathedral. Deep, cameras blinked from cousins. Phones. A chair scraped. Then I walked. Out! The fallout was brutal. My parents tried calling, texting, pleading. Their friends stopped admiring them. Sienna's reputation shriveled online. I stayed quiet. I kept working, but this time for me. I moved into a sunlit apartment with no family photos on the walls. Sometimes I still hear my father's voice. "You only sent 50 cents echoing in my head." But now it makes me smile. A small hard smile. Because 50 cents was all it took to expose them. I gave them years of sacrifice cloaked in silence. They gave me humiliation. In the end, the math balanced. Love isn't a currency, but betrayal always leaves a receipt. And I kept everyone.